Hello everybody and welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB and we're here. 14 weeks ago we started the Gp3 series, and today it's going to get even more exciting, as today is the final race of the season, of season 4 for Gp3, and this has got a whole lot more fun as the championship lead is just 6 points between the Croatian and the Irishman in between, actually on the screen right now. I do apologise, I just ran up the stairs. God, I'm unfit. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's have a look at the championship standings after last week in Silverstone. MK finishing on top is now 6 points ahead of C. Pasley in P2. Then there's Ryan Van Doom in P3, Gaming Things in P4, Chengo Wow in P5. Alistair Senegal is in P6, Dr. Special Energy is in P7, Laser Law is in P8, Alco is in P9, and Luke Beck is in the top 10 in 10th. Outside the top 10, GA is in P11, Pro Oliver is in P12, Psycho Mitch is in P13, Golden Crimson is in P14, JB Ogan is in P15, Hegloof is in P16, Meat Soldier is in P17, Racing Podge in P18 after a dismal season, Cigar is in P19, and Nikos, the new driver, is in P20. Whew, I really need to stop running upstairs. Here are the Constructors' Championships. By 25 points for a race win to equal them, Mercedes are in P1 ahead of Renault in P2. Can that be wrapped up tonight? We'll see what happens. Williams is in P3. Alfa Romeo, stonking great big season, is in P4. And Toro Rosso is in P5. Racing Point is in P6. Haas is in P7. Red Bull is in P8, sorry. Ferrari is in P9. And McLaren, again, struggling this season in P10. I'm not on my own tonight, though, because I've dragged him out after a long time out of commentary. It may or may not be the new champion in GP2. Mike Bundy, where have you been?
Too busy drinking my champagne, mate.
Another Mercedes champion, yes, has joined us. Mate, you follow GP2, I know GP3 all season long. I know you have, because I've been sat next to you watching it half the time. This series has been insane over these 14 weeks, haven't they?
Oh, it's been intense. Very, very good racing, very close racing, and I'm looking forward to the finale.
It's going to be fantastic. Obviously, this is a race that can go either way. C. Pasley, who announced mid-season that he was going to be retiring from league racing, has had a brilliant drive, wanted to win the championship. Blazem K, been quick since day one, had a few races out, which sort of damaged his championship charge, and now he's back in it right at the end. This track has so much history here at Brazil for the championship final, hasn't it, Bundy? I mean, to come to mind, 2008, the year where, if you're Linnell, you would say that Massa should have won a championship. If you were, I don't know another driver that would agree with Hamilton, to saying that Hamilton would have won a championship. There's other years where this race has been phenomenal in the championship end, hasn't it, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, 12 comes to mind when Sebastian Vettel got spun around on the first lap.
I tell you what, I don't think about that. I think about the fact that that's McLaren's last win with Jensen. But that's interesting to mention.
Nico Hulkenberg could have won as well.
Oh, yeah. The race Nico Hulkenberg could have at least got a podium on. Thanks, Williams. But yes, we're into the last week of SFR, Season 4. And what a season this has been. Obviously, GP2 champion. He sat right next to me, dragged him out of commentary. No Twan tonight as he's attending a farewell race in 2018. Obviously, the game for 2019 only a week away. Are you excited for that, Mr. Bundy?
I am. I've actually just pre-ordered it like 10 minutes ago. So no time like the present to finish off 2018 to get ready for 2019.
Definitely not drivers we have in tonight. Primeval Rex coming back for one final race to say goodbye to the 2018 championship. I'm so excited. I'm just buzzing right now. Ooh, also, I am feeling quite unwell for running up those stairs. I really should not do this. We're just waiting to see if we can get Blunt and Sands in right now, who's meant to be reserving in the McLaren for Alco, who isn't going to make it to this race. We'll just see what... Oh, Blood and Sands has joined us. So Blood and Sands will join us and he will get put into the McLaren. That means 20 drivers are going to take to this incredible track here in Interlagos. And let's see...
Don't you mean the Red Bull, mate? The Red Bull.
He's in Red Bull? Yes, I do apologize. Who's in the McLaren then? Is it Oymer?
Oymer.
Oima. Yeah, there we go. That shows how much I do it. Calm down, GB. My heart's going already. I tell you what, last season in GP2, they nearly killed me in Abu Dhabi. They honestly did. It was between Lee and T. Jonas, and crikey, that race, I think midway through I said I got a heart attack. So tonight, I've prepared myself. I had a nice relaxing day. I may or may not have had 2 coffees with a slight bit of vodka in, so I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to get fun as we get ready to send the drivers over the track. We've been given the command. Mike Bundy, the championship fight is about to get wrapped up.
Yes, it is. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, one driver, C. Pasley's got everything to gain and nothing to lose, and Blaz has got everything to lose.
If you're Blaz
in terms of the race,
if you're Blaz MK in this situation, is he going to take it easy and just try and finish in front of Pasley?
Well, that's got to be his aim. I mean, he's got to finish ahead really to wrap up the title, because if he ends up behind C. Pasley, it could end up losing him the title. So he's just got to go out and drive as fast as he can.
I'm really excited. Are you?
I am. It feels different being on the other side.
This is what I've had to do for 3 seasons, mate, and 3 seasons I've had to announce a champion. But I don't think I've ever had a championship as aggressive as the GP2 championship last season. I mean, you obviously you're champion, you did a brilliant season yourself. But to come down to the final race this time, and these guys hopefully will top that. Remember, this is SFR's first GP3 champion. One of these guys will have the title of the first GP3 champion. Imagine having that next to your name on your CV. What team would hire you then? And it's dry.
Let's just hope it's a wet race. GP3 have got a reputation of having wet races, so let's pray for some rain.
This is going to be insane. Obviously, this track incredibly short. The home of Ayrton Senna. This track. Dry race, C. Pasley says to Mike Bundy. Golden Crimson agrees. Looks like we're going to have a straight fight for the championship here as Primo Rex loads his Ferrari up, and he's about to roll out onto track. Drivers we have in tonight: Alsan A for the Renault team, Primo Rex, Blood and Sands, the reserve driver Nikos, Sajkovic, Golden Crimson, Laserlaw, Pure Driving making his debut at the final race of the season, C. Pasley, championship protagonist, Gamey Things, Oima, Chain Game Wow, Racing Pod, Schmaddy Badger, again running his dual series as he so often does in SFR, Dr. Special Energy, Hegloof, Luke Beck, GA, Blaz MK, championship leader, and Ryan Van Doom. 20 drivers are about to have some great fun here in this 16-minute qualifying session. Ooh, I'm so excited. This track has got so much danger zone, especially this second sector here. Mike, you have to, if you're going to make an overtake, you have to trust that driver, or it's just following the leader, isn't it?
It's not only that, you've got to trust your car as well, because obviously there's quite a lot of slow speed corners. And a lot of you can definitely lose the back end quite a lot around this track. So and a lot of close walls actually. Considering it's a normal race circuit, the walls are extremely close.
They truly are. So Primo Rex coming up the start finish straight. Not really a start finish straight. DRS opening now as he powers towards turn 1 and 2. These are the Senna S's heading down towards the hill. Over the rise now. Don't want to get too close to that grass, but want to get as close as possible. He skims the grass as he turns into the Senna S's. 1. Apex 2, don't want to run wide here or you'll lose the car. He's getting it fine, fighting the car as he heads towards DRS line, now heading towards sector 2. Charging down, what can Ferrari do at this track? They've had history, but they've had heartbreak. He runs on the grass towards sector 2, braking a little bit earlier than I would like, but he's a little bit wide. Heading up into the corner where we saw Lewis Hamilton crash in qualifying. Primo Rex is such a better driver that he's saying no. Are you on the first race in GP3? He wants to come back and say that he wants to. Oh, he's invalidated it.
He's backed out. He must have run wide and got an invalidation there.
I was just bigging him up as well, saying that he won the first race in GP3 and he wants to come back and win the second race, the final race. It looks like Alsan A has also had to back out of his lap. We're trying to find a driver that's on a lap right now. Nikos is just starting his lap. He joined me on commentary for GP2 last race. Gamey Things is not going to be the next driver on track, but he seems to be lagging just a little bit. Now, the admins made an executive decision if you come on board with Golden Crimson to allow the the racing incident between between Golden Crimson and Blaz MK with the weaving at Silverstone go unpunished, but Alsan A is the fastest driver across the track. That has been noted by the stewards, so maybe the stewards will be watching tonight to see if Blaz MK will be if Blaz MK will be using a little bit more of a weavy car tonight. Hopefully he does not. I mean, Bundy, I think that's fair for the championship, isn't it? As Golden Crimson pops it in second on the hard tyres, on the medium tyres. Sorry.
Yeah. I just think the stewards don't want to try and scupper the title fight going into the last round, especially with it being so close.
FIA, please don't notice. Blaz MK goes fastest, a 1:08.9 on the medium tyres. Time is to gain. Where is the Irishman? Coming through up towards Sector 2 now. He's also on the medium tyres. Remember, Renault have not won a championship in SFR in a long time. Their last race win in GP2 was in Silverstone with Smelly Badger, and that's unfortunately the only fact I can remember. When did Steve Pasley last win, Mr. Bundy?
He won last in Canada. That was his last race win, Canada.
That was quite a while ago now in GP3, sorry. What can the Irishman get up to? He's actually on an outlap as well right now, by the looks of it, or he's not using any ERS.
I think quite a lot of the medium tyre runners are doing like two laps, because Chain Game's done an extra lap already on his his mediums to obviously warm them up a bit better before he sets a flying lap.
T. Jonas saying that 1:06.6 was the farewell esports event qualifying time. Do you think we can get close to that tonight in GP3?
Should be able to. There's a lot of quick drivers in here, so I mean that time should probably be on the super softs more than the mediums. So unless people will start setting very quick lap times on the super softs, we're not going to see that sort of time though.
Nikos, he's had a very dismal season since he joined in Spa. He goes fastest though on the soft tyres.
He got a nice slipstream there from the Mercedes.
Oh, Chain Game has abandoned turn 1 and 2. Hopefully that wasn't to gain time. We'll get back to the pits quicker. I don't believe it was. I think he lost it.
I think he was trying to get out of the way of Nikos.
Nikos is, as I was saying before, he had a dismal season. A dismal start to his season. Crashed out in Spa, crashed out in Silverstone. Both crashes completely not his fault. He's looking to score points this actual race. I mean, that's something. But also to come on and to join commentary for the first time last week in GP2. He did absolutely phenomenal in GP2. So a nice thank you to Nikos from SFR for joining us on commentary and for being so committed, even though he's had such a dismal season. I mean, Mike, you've had some ups and downs last season, most notably America.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was coming.
Dodge Special Energy. But yeah, does that ever knock your confidence as a driver if you've had a couple of mistakes right after one another?
Only if it's raining for me.
So tomorrow night it's going to be completely wet.
And entering pit lanes.
I've a pit lane here is rather tricky, so be careful. Jordan losing the rear end. He catches it though. Well done for Special Energy to catch that. Special Energy keeping all of his rich energy in his trousers that time, because crikey, that was Pro Rex though going to second place in his Ferrari on the super soft tyres, looking to try and get that elusive second win.
There's only 2 attempts separating the top 2 in the championship in P4 and P6.
Oh, this is going to get mighty annoying. Racing Porge is wearing a blue helmet as well. Obviously, being Swedish, that's his helmet. As well as Primary Rex, who's running still his Toro Rosso helmet, which matches his nation helmet of Britain. So that's going to be really annoying. I'm going to actually have to use the names for once rather than the helmets. Golden Crimson in the Toro Rosso with the McDonald's helmets, I like to call it. What can he get up to? No, I don't seem to get people who crash in the pit lane. Lee Nell's done it. I've done it when I've driven. I did it last year in that other league that I used to race in. I've canned that in because I'm terrible. And that was a pain because in practice and then in qualifying at the same time, which is really annoying. Oimo though jumping up to P60. on the Supersoft tyres. A driver that doesn't need to improve. I think he's had a very tough season. He's been very quick, but again struggled through some of the tracks we've been through.
Just looking at the top of the standings here in qualifying, I don't think this is over yet for Blaz and C. Pasley. I reckon they're going to be right near the front. I mean, they're only 3 tenths off Nikos, who did a soft run, didn't he? So
super soft run.
Well, no, he did soft run. That's the tyres he's equipped.
Golden Crimson.
Oh no,
Golden Crimson going faster, and then Primary Rex on the soft tyres. So Nikos still sitting P1 after he did a run on the super soft tyres. I'm sure they were super softs. Oh, they were softs. I do apologise.
I'm pretty sure. I was going to say.
I had this checked. I do apologise.
Yeah, so they're only 3 tenths off. So they could be
P1.
right in there.
Mercedes up top, and the Mercedes driver sat next to me smiling his absolute heart out as he sees a Silvera at the top. Looking at Pure Driving now. Pure Driving coming in at the last race of the season as a reserve driver, covering for... Oh, who's in that Williams? I've no plans, okay. JB Ogun, yes, you're right.
Yeah, JB Ogun.
So for 24 driver, making his debut at the final race, much like Will Stevens did in 2014 in the Caterham car before getting a drive in 2015 for Manor. Well, Manor-ish. It was more of a go-kart drive. So I wonder what he's expecting for this. Obviously, if he qualifies in front of one of the championship protagonists, he's got the fight in his hands, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing quite well. He's in, what, P11? Only a tenth behind Ryan Van Doom, who is one of the most experienced drivers on the grid.
I think that he made a mistake with entering the pit lane there. I don't think that'll result in a penalty. GA on his lap. He's had a torrid end to the season, has Gorks, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's not settled up there, though, so never know. Could get better.
I think Racing Porge is aiming to finish this one. He's had a few tough races. Obviously, he lost it at Copse in Silverstone, which resulted in, was it 3 cars being unable to continue on the lap?
Yeah, he lost it on was it the first lap?
Yeah, I think it was first lap.
Crashed
yeah.
and took out, took with him a couple of guys.
Yeah, obviously no malicion there from our favourite Swedish driver. Obviously, if there is another Swedish driver, we love you too. But Podge, now I can now confirm that T. Jonas, who was saying that that Poi is Racing Poi, no, it is Racing Podge. It's actually Racing POJ, because those are his initials. Much like JB, my initials, MB, Mike Bundy next to me, or Mike Blundell, whichever one he wants to be. Jumping
Bundy.
up. Bundy. Jumping up. This is why I should not be allowed to do comms with my friends. I'm as bad as I am with Alex, I am with you. Smelly Badger just catching the car a little bit on his outlap. The Red Bull, he's had a strong return to form since running the dual series, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's been rapid.
I think he's always had that pace. In GP2, it's such a different playing ground. This often happens in SFR. One season, you see these drivers at the top. Like, look at G. Jonas and Lee Nell. They were at the top last season, battling it out since Spa, midway through the season. And then this season, they're nowhere because of the drivers changed rapidly. So suddenly, people either got steering wheels and suddenly got amazing on them. Mike Bundy, some champion turned up. You know, he thinks that he's good. He's not that good. He is that good. I won't ever knock him because he has got... Well, actually, this is the first time I think I can say that we have 2 SFR champions in the commentary booth for once. I really think it is.
Probably.
Yeah. Obviously, Mike Bundy, Season 4 champion, and me, the Classic champion, or the last Classic champion. I don't think we'll be running the Classic Championship again in SFR due to numbers games. But yes, so I think we're going to say the last champion? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, it's great. I think
we're getting a bit off topic here because Golden Crimson's just gone even faster.
That's all right.
But he's done 3 laps on the soft tyres.
So his tyres... Yeah, isn't it 4 laps is really the limit on the medium tyres, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to do any more than 4 laps on the mediums. Especially if you want to try and do a one-stop in the race.
GA has popped up into P12 in all of his time, so he's showing why he's still in line for a seat next season. Obviously, teams are willing to change up next season. YJB, says Lee Carroll. You flunked it. G. John is saying he comes in with me. Oops. Yeah, but G. John, you don't come in. You're not as pretty as Mike. You're not champion anymore. You're old now. You're a has-been, T. Jonas. Get better next season.
Give me your crown.
I do expect T. Jonas to be up there next season. He midway through the season, he elected to change to a steering wheel. So I expect him to be challenging you, Mike Bunny, next season. But then again, next season we're moving to the 2019 game, which is going to get increasingly more difficult to see how people drive on that car, on these new cars, which are meant to have a lot less downforce, but apparently in the game they've got more downforce. FIA. You going to sort the regulations out yet? Because we just got the ones in WEC, and I quite like those. I'm marshalling WEC in June, in August even.
Oh yeah.
I think it's hold on. We've got 2 more years of these horrendous LMP1 cars. But on the plus side, I'm going to look at the SMPs and just smile because I really do like the SMP. There you go. My WEC rant is going over. Racing Podge, P19 for the Ferrari team. Been with Ferrari a lot. I wonder if he's going to move away from the Italian outfit and look for another drive next season for the Swede. I'm so excited.
There's different strategies going on here, JB. Blaz MK is on the yellow stripe soft tyre, and C. Pasley looks to be going out on the red super soft.
But as you said at the start of the commentary time, at the start of the programme, C. Pasley has nothing to lose. He can go absolutely hell for leather in his Renault tonight, and hopefully the Renault doesn't fail him as Hegley fronts wide. And Blaz MK, all he has to do essentially is finish in front of C. Pasley to be champion. Robin, Chain Game, saying the gaps are like F2 in real life. They really are. F2 on this weekend.
That's pure driving, just goes P2.
Oh, on debut! Will we have a debutant winner once more in SFR? We often have this in SFR. And wouldn't it be a thing to say that's a statement there if you get it to a team to say, give me a full drive next season, I've been in one race, I already won it.
Absolutely. I mean, plenty of drivers have come in and won a race, and then next season they're there full time and they're winning multiple races. So it's always a good way to advertise yourself as for a full seat next season.
Truly is, and there's questions all around. No one is secure in any team next season. Golden Crimson are going even faster in P1, a 107.5. Golden Crimson's here to play, isn't he? Dr. Special Energy! That special rich energy is helping him tonight.
Blaz MK just losing the rear end slightly, coming into the final sector.
What can the Croatian get up to? I still question. He's 6 tenths down on this time.
Yeah, I think he's going for another lap. Look at. He hasn't used hardly any ERS. I reckon he's going for another lap.
Blaz MK onto his lap now, possibly getting close to his final laps in this season.
Chain
who's
game
improved? Chain Game has jumped up into
Beck.
P3. Luke Beck jumping into P3. Look at it. This is why I have a co-commentator, because I cannot see everything. GA about across the line to start his lap time. Sector 2 is lit up. Sector 1 is lit up with yellow flags. Drivers getting out of the way, not wanting to be that one person to block someone in qualifying. Nikos across the line in just a moment's time. He goes P3 for the Greek driver. GA. Where's C. Pasley?
Blaz has made a mistake. He's just made another little error and he's lost the rear end slightly.
He's turned all the engine stuff down. He's having to go for another lap with 42 seconds left on the clock. Steve Pasley coming through Sector 2 now. Is he going to make it to the end of this? This could be out of a top 10 fight, which is the worst place for these two to be.
See, Pasley's got traffic as well, just ahead of him.
It's a racing point. Who is it? Is that Luke Beck? I think it's Luke Beck. I can't see the name.
Interestingly, how some people have not even bothered to go out at the end of the session. They're just happy to sit in the pits.
think they've done enough now. Luke Beck into pit lane. It was, in fact, GA. Crossing the line is the Irishman. Where's he going to go? He goes P3! Right at the end, he has another lap under the belt. He can absolutely destroys Blaz MK on a lap. 1/10 down with a follow Blaz MK. Qualifying is over. Someone's improved in the midfield. I think it's Smelly Badger. Gaming Things subbed to P2 saying he hates this track. Renault have got 2 cars. Remember, Alsan A is in the championship fight with the Constructors' Championship. He needs to come and pull his weight tonight if he wants to beat Mercedes. What can he do? Blaz MK, 7/10 down on his time. Heading towards the line, it's a Croatian. Is this going to be glory for Croatia? Or is the Irish going to beat him? He's out wide. Is it 107? It's 9th. It's not enough. Still a risk of being knocked out of the top 10. Spenny Badger charging towards turns 1 and 2. Up to the line now with a slight toe from the Haas in front. Spenny Badger goes. P5, knocking Blaz MK into P10. And he is still going to stay in 10th.
It's all over. Pasley. That's everyone.
See Pasley into pit lane. He doesn't want to scrub these tyres anymore. And Golden Crimson is the pole sitter tonight in GP3, the final round of the season. And who's going to win the championship? Hell if I know.
Well, you've got to say after qualifying, it's advantage C Pasley. He's right where he needs to be. He's right where he needs to be.
But he's on the soft tyre. He's on the super soft tyres versus Blaz MK, who's on 4-lap worn soft tyres.
I would probably say either way, it's probably an easy one-stop. Either soft to, definitely both to the mediums, I'd say.
Golden Crimson saying that he's doing a 2-stop strategy. This is going to get interesting to see what's going to happen now. Here is the results after qualifying. It's like we're going into battle, isn't it? It truly is into war. By 1.21 tenths, Golden Crimson takes pole position from Gaming Things in P2. It's an all-British top 3 as Luke Beck finishes in P3. See Pasley qualifying in P4, Spenny Badger in P5, Ryan Van Doom in P6, quietly sneaking in there. Nikos in P7, Chen Gang Wow in P8, Primary Rex in the final race of the season in P9, and Blaz MK, Championship leader in P10, outside the top 10, and a free tyre choice, GA in P11, Dr. Special Energy in P12, Pure Driving on debut in P13, Laser Lord in P14, Blood on Sands in P15, Hegloof in P16, Racing Podge in P17, Alsan A in P18, and I don't remember who was at the bottom. The end was Racing, no, hold on, I can see Psychomich was in P19, I think Oyma was in P20. This is gonna giggle all the way through this session. This is gonna be mad, isn't it? The gloves are off.
100%. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, Blaz has just got to go for it. I mean, he's in what, P10? He's just got to gain as many positions as possible.
But the thing is, C Pasley, I know we're going to say, people are going to say we're a little bit biased because we're focusing on C Pasley and Blaz MK, but this is the fight to end all fights in SFR right now. Because Mike decided to go and wrap it up early. Thanks, Mike. But C Pasley has been, I think we sort of dubbed him as starter of the season because he's in another league at the starting phase, isn't he? He just disappears off the line. And by lap 1, he could be starting P18. He could be 9th, can't he?
Yeah. Well, look at what he did at, was it Spa? He was miles ahead in Spa. He flew through the field at one point.
Drivers are away now. There's a few drivers
Golden
weaving.
Crimson nearly loses it. Looked like it nearly lost it there.
Cold tyres. I think there's a little bit of lag playing in their game as well. This could be interesting. Last time Gaming Things started this high up, I think, was Canada, where he actually made a historic bit of contact, knocking his teammate and Blaz MK into the side, opening it up for an interesting race at Canada, which I think was our 10 out of 10 race. I can't remember. I need to look at the rating systems and all that. Gaming Things, starting P2, Luke Beck P3. That's a good qualifying for Luke Beck. He's had the pace all season, but he's really struggled in this new Racing Point car, hasn't he?
Yeah. But he's Luke Beck's won a race this season. So it's not been all bad. Yeah, he won in China.
Of course he did. Oh, so long ago. If you remember, around, I think it was China, we had to announce that we were slimming down the season due to the breaking news of the game coming out earlier on than we expected. So this little silly season that we call it in in SFR coming to a close. Mike, have you enjoyed having the alternate Canada, or do you prefer the traditional 21 rounds in this number of weeks? Blaz MK though, taken out of the formation that maybe from a little bit misunderstanding with braking, he's going to have cold tyres. This is just adding a whole new problem with Blaz MK into the race.
Just looking at people's tyre selection, Psycho Mitch in 19th is on the medium tyre. And chain game, you have to say though, Mercedes are in prime position for the constructors with Alsane all the way down in 18th.
They truly are. So, Mike, I have to ask the question, as I so often do with my current commentator, who are you going to be watching off the start?
I'm going to be watching Blaz MK once it lets me select him.
So I'll be taking you through lights out as I so often do, and for the final time in GP3, we're here to 5 red lights. The lights are on. The lights are up, the drivers are away! Sometime before we have to splash back to Silverstone, please! Now, the drivers are away, it's a good start.
Oh, Smelly Badger's not moved! Smelly Badger's not moved!
Staller at the start, Smelly Badger dropping down the field, a Golden Crimson's lighting up the timing screens as he already fights, and see Pasley, P4 battling with Luke Beck.
Oh, there's a spinner! There's a spinner!
It's
GA's out!
GA out on lap 1, contact the Williams into P8 and P9 as they battle on towards the line. There's Smelly Badger trying to attack and defend at the same time from Dr. Special Energy in P11 trying to go around the outside. It's Dr. Special Energy, it doesn't work on lap 1. He's ran wide at risk of being overtaken by Brunson on the inside of the round to sector 2. Oh, big contact over into the barrier. Weimer is still going. Shockingly, the McLaren is still drivable. Luke Beck spinning. No dropping positions in sector 2. See Pasley, he's fighting against Gamey Things. He's going for P2.
Round the outside.
What a battle already. And Gamey Things knows that the championship is in his hands on lap 1.
He's up the inside. He's up the inside.
See Pasley showing where he starts with the season, just absolutely destroys him. Now Mercedes grunts coming out of it as he tries to pull alongside the Renault. Golden Crimson has destroyed the guys off the start. There's damage on the front wings and that. And there, around the outside comes Gamey Things into the center S's.
Oh, contact there.
Oh, he didn't match Verstappen in. So he didn't off-con him there. And Gamey Things getting forced out towards the inside.
With a great run out that corner. Great. Oh, Blaz MK's down the order. Blaz MK's dropping down the order.
Is it damage on the Williams? Nikos has dropped past pure driving. Luke Beck dropping more positions. Are the Supersoft tyres wearing sooner than everyone expected?
Blaz MK's all the way down in 14th now. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but he's dropped a few positions.
What a crazy start to this race here in Brazil, the 14th and final round of the season. I will edit the title in a bit. Luke Beck, though, dropping more and more positions. I think the Supersoft tyres are struggling right now as Nikos losing positions to soft runners as well.
Chain game is looking rapid on those soft tyres.
Eglers has lost it! He's caught it, though! He's very lucky not to take another driver out there.
Blaz has just gained 2 positions from it.
Oh, hold on, Nikos dropping out of the way.
I think it's got damage. Yeah, he's got
damage. No front wing whatsoever. Luke Beck into pit lane as well. Angrily into pit lane, yelling at the Racing Point team on the radio. Going, what's happening there?
Speeding in the pit lane penalties.
Gamey Things moving around a lot as see Pasley draws alongside.
Pasley back.
That is the championship fight for the constructors.
Oh, there's a Sauber wide. My bad, dude, even wider.
Sector 2, we have a yellow flag. It's Psychomich. No, it's not. Who was the yellow flag?
Oh, no, I think it was for Ryan. Ryan just ran slightly wide and was off the circuit.
3 seconds is the gap at the top. 4 seconds is the gap at the top as Golden Crimson increases the lead from the start. Polar Rex with a time penalty in P13.
Yeah.
See, Pasley is going to get so annoyed because, honestly, Gamey Things doesn't care about the Drivers' Championship. This is all about the Constructors' Championship here.
Yeah, exactly. And with chain game in 5th, the Constructors is looking pretty good for Mercedes right now.
Said by the Mercedes driver. Now hunting down comes the Renault. He needs to get past him soon. DRS inactive now and pulling a long trail round the outside. This can have major attention to the championship as Gamey Things make contact with him. Gamey's driving like his life depends on it, like he's running out of he's running out of options for a seat next season, isn't he?
Yeah.
This, unfortunately, is the issue with Brazil. The DRS zones are so short, but there's 2 interaction zones, and it's all fun. And now Ryan Van Doom chucks it to the inside.
What a shame Ryan's not in the title fight.
Laserlord has
passed
Ryan's
out of it.
Blood and Sands. And now here comes Blazon K. Looking to go to the inside of the corner where you shouldn't be able to make an overtake, but he does, as he so often has done this season. Makes a move where you cannot make a move.
Blood and Sands is very close to his rear end.
Ryan Van Doom is having a play now with gaming things. He's had enough of saying that oh god, the Mercedes are both sandwiching the poor Alfa Romeo.
This is allowing C. Pasley to get away a bit.
C. Pasley needs this. This is what he needs.
I think the real people you need to watch out for is the person in 5th and 6th, Chain Game and Pure Driving. They are on probably the better tyre now.
Chain Game pulling to the inside of Ryan Van Doom. He's down the inside. He's almost contact. There's a lot of contact there.
Wing damage.
And Ryan Van Doom will cry. That was an unsafe drive there. That was kamikaze. He will cry, but it won't matter right now because he's gonna try and get him back. Psychobit's dropping past outside A.
I think even though there was looked like damage to come off. I think it was Ryan's car. I don't think he's actually got any wing damage. If it was very minor.
Under pressure now from Psychobit. And now in the inside, after the DRS zone, Psychobit moving his way to the inside, and Nikos, the fastest man on track in P17. Dr. Special Energy saying, no, I'm the fastest man on track. Racing Podge attacking now in Sector 2, trying to find a pass, poor driving. With the damage you just mentioned, I am listening to what you say, by the way, as Racing Podge does what he does best and chucks it up the inside. Oh, last of the late breakers is our Swedish driver. One of my good friends is Podge, and I need to talk to him more often. I really feel bad when I don't talk to some of the drivers. But as you did say, with the front wing, we think it's rather minor on the Alfa Romeo's front wing. But at the same time, that can develop as a stint goes on and get worse and worse. As Ryan Van Doom pits, is that him saying the front wing is too damaged to continue? Blazon K draws alongside the other Alfa Romeo, going down the inside of turn 1. And that's P8 for the Croatian. He's getting closer.
Someone's gone wide. Who was that? Oh, so I think Racing Podge just got a... I don't really know what happened. I just saw a Ferrari sideways.
There looked to be damage on flying off the track there. It looked red. It might be a chunk of Ferrari there. As you see, Primal Rex getting attacked by Hegloof there. Hegloof down the inside. An aggressive move. It's not paid off Hegloof. Spinning. Doing a good impression of Sebastian Vettel there. I do. That's my favourite way of describing a driver there. I'm never going to use it until some inexperienced
whenever someone spins Sebastian Vettel.
Most often, yeah. Especially when like that, you wait till you see that crash again from Hegloof. Well, that contact there, it was very Vettelish. Blazon K, he's got to get past Racing Podge. Racing Podge losing position. That is a damaged front wing on the Ferrari. Bigger damage though, as he makes contact with the championship leader. Racing Podge, I need to stop talking about him because he never has a good race when I talk about him.
The jinx. Commentator's curse has come out.
I'm surprised he doesn't hate me at this point.
Blaz is under attack. Blaz has been passed by Laserlord.
Not yet! Blazon K coming to play! And he says, not today, son.
The late breakers.
Blazon K comes to play, not today, son. That is, I've got to stop with the rhymes, honestly. Next season, I'm going to try and pick up some new ones. Outside A, attacking Primal Rex in the Renault.
Looking at the front of the field, Golden Crimson seems to be controlling the gap. C. Pasley has dropped Gamey.
Caught the rear end after being forced onto the curb. Nothing wrong there with what's your name, Primal Rex did. I could not remember his name there. He's going to hate me for that. That happens so often. I just look at a car, it's like, what is that? I know several million drivers that drive that car. Smelly Badger looking like he's going to have some fun. Dual series runner. He's still within a chance of the podium tonight, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, with the amount of people that have pitted quite early, it could come back to Smelly Badger towards the end. Just interestingly, we've got a Williams in 6th, and the championship leader also in a Williams in 7th.
Outside A, attacking Primal Rex will be through this in a second. Primal Rex pulls in the pit lane. Sector 1, we have a yellow.
There's a yellow flag.
It's turned back to green. Laser Lord, though, with a time penalty that might indicate that the Alfa Romeo lost the rear end and is under pressure now from Blood and Sands. Now, were you suggesting the possibility of Claire Williams jumping on the radio saying, just let the Croatian through?
Yeah, I mean, Blaz needs to catch him first. He needs to catch him to
the question is,
can't just expect pure driving to slow down.
Obviously, yeah. I'm not suggesting pure driving should slow down at all. But pure driving, he's not raced here before, so he might not know the full situation of what the championship is. He might just think, oh, it's just a full-on race, so I can just go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that would be the biggest problem for Blazem going to sit there. His reserve teammates come in. He's not spoken to him before, or he may not have done. I'm not sure. And he's just going to sit there and really struggle if he can't get past him.
Front three are all pretty spread out now. They're all just settling down now. Not really too many battles on track anyway.
There aren't at this point in time. The battles are forming though. Laser Lord losing a few positions as he battles with Blood and Sands. Laser Lord actually is quicker now as he's getting closer to Blaz MK. Yes, that is an obvious thing for T-John saying both drivers need to stay away from penalties. And this pit lane's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, what happened last season in GP2? Wasn't there a couple of penalties at the end? From what I remember.
Lee now suffering with 9 seconds worth of penalty. Nikos dropping a position to Dr. Special Energy. Sees Nikos again. Turns 1 and 2. Much a struggle here. If you lose it, if you just hit that grass, it's a little bit too hard. You're going to struggle. Because you're going to slide off ride. I can't think of any other words. The gap at the top coming down though. Steve Pasley as Golden Crimson pits. Steve Pasley will lead the race for a while.
I think Laser Lord's going to have a run at Blaz here. Only 7/10 down coming into the DRS zone.
Gaming Things pits as well. Luke Beck with another time penalty to add to his 5-second stop and go penalty. He'll be stopping again later on in the race. Laser Lord not close enough this time. Laser Lord lucky got Oima to give him a nice pull. 3 drivers into pit lane. Golden Crimson, Gaming Things, and Smelly Badger. 6 seconds on eye. All right, dear, calm down. I'm sorry. I love that you hate me.
Is that Lee?
Yeah, maybe. Battling hard is Laser Lord. So what will happen now? Because the battle is waiting now. Because Blaz MK is in 4th. He is not going to win the championship if the race finished now.
No, I mean if C Pasley wins, then C Pasley wins the championship.
Yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing. Golden Crimson on fresh tyres though, getting closer to Blood and Sands.
Even if Blaz finishes 2nd, C Pasley wins the title by 1 point.
So this is going to be incredible now as Golden Crimson tries to get the run on Blood and Sands, trying to get past him. He's in the pit lane and then he crosses over the track in the race. That could be questionable about people's intent there as they take the shorter route towards turn 1, but he does make it through. Blood and Sands relegated down to P7. Laser Lord, I don't think he's got the sheer straight line pace. I think Blaz MK has got a better straight line speed setup, but Laser Lord is going to struggle to get past him in the corners because of how tight and twisty these corners really are. As Gaming Things comes to attack Alsan A. Remember, championship battle for the constructors. Down the inside comes Gaming Things. Alsan losing room, drops a little bit off track, and now he's got the run up towards the very, very, very
Sector
tight
3,
right-hander.
yellow flag.
I believe that's Oima. Both McLarens heavily struggling. A Pro Rex getting another time penalty. It's Pro Rex, he's out! And that's unfortunate. He will not be repeating what he did in the first race of the season and taking a win. What a shame for what's his name? Pro Rex. I'm so doing job apologize. My brain is all over the place right now. I'm trying to track every driver. Outside A under pressure from Gaming Things as he heads towards the line. It's a very simple move there. Alsan is. Oh, we ran up wide actually. He hit the grass.
Blood and Sands in the pits.
Hegloof attacking the Red Bull. Toro Rosso versus Red Bull, an age-old battle. trying to go around the outside.
Oh, Alsan A is wide. Alsan, oh, there's contact between Alsan A and Luke Beck.
Shards of cars spewing everywhere. And Alsan, who needs this result to help win the championship for his teammates. Right now, they have won the... No, they haven't won the championship right now.
Haven't.
As Luke Beck runs wide. Luke Beck's torrid race continues.
Luke Beck's got wing damage. Luke Beck's got wing damage.
Would you say Alsan was in the wrong there?
Well, Alsan, look, I only saw the end of it where I think Alsan went wide at turn 1. And then as he came back on the track, lost the back end. A bit like Sebastian Vettel at Canada, but we won't go there.
Of course not.
And then lost it coming back on the track and went wide at turn 2. And then Luke tried to go up the inside, and there was a bit of contact.
There will be an announcement at the end of the stream as Blaz MK and SpeedForce both pit at the same time. SpeedForce, though, leaving pit lane just as Blaz MK enters it. That is going to really unsettle
both on the mediums as well. Both on the mediums as well. Are they both going to try and pull off? Oh, new front wing for Blaz.
Contact between Luke Beck, Psychovic and Smelly Badger, who's in P7 as he battles hard. A little bit of a push there from the Haas. I'm trying to think of a pun. I mean, you could say, I wonder if he's going to say, Haas, did you see me in the pit? Oh, that's terrible. Ask me again in 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
The Haas under pressure from the Red Bull as he comes down the inside. And there's contact as Blood and Sands passes Dr. Special Energy for P13. And now Racing Podge has got a chance of trying to go around the outside. This is a risk here to be there. And does Jordan yield? He does not.
I'll tell you what, Gamey Things is all over the rear end of SpeedForce again. And he's going to lose a position.
Gamey Things hates that Renault. He's so sick of seeing the Renault in every race. And he will have a pace advantage. But it sort of hints towards the fact that Gamey Things is doing a 2-stop strategy right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, SpeedForce definitely got to be doing the 1-stop. Which,
advantage. As GA retires. He's left, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, he retired a few laps ago, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Alsan A on the charge.
The question is, how far ahead can Gamey Things get in front of SpeedForce before he's going to have to pit again?
SpeedForce's teammate number 4. It's not Lando Norris, it is Alsan A as he gets past Psychovic once more.
Disqualified for going the wrong way.
For Nikos. Oh, that's a shame. A black flag for the McLaren. His torrid debut season comes to an end. And that, he's going to be so upset, but hopefully a team will pick him up next season and will again give him another full-time drive. Maybe McLaren's just not the car for him. Maybe he lost it and tried to get it round. Golden Crimson.
Yeah, I think he did, because his car was trying to turn around, I think.
Golden Crimson passing Pure Driving. Pure Driving, again, doing the best drive he can in his debut race. I don't want to count him out. He's on an alternate strategy compared to everyone else who was almost stopped apart from him in Chain Game Wow, who are on the same strategy right now.
I think the battle's going to be between the top 3 right now, because it looks like Chain Game is going to the mediums and then going to the end. Golden Crimson is definitely going to have to pit again. And Pure Driving and who's in 4th? Laser Lord. Surely we've got a pit for the medium. So they're all doing a 1-stop, whereas Crimson's doing a 2-stop.
Oh, contact! Contact between, I believe it might have been like Psychovic and Ryan Van Doom. I think Psychovic dipped it on the grass, lost a lot of control on the rear end, and just slapped the Alfa Romeo. It didn't look like there was any damage on the Alfa Romeo's nose, but it did look a bit of a meaty hit, and it looks like there might be a hole in that front wing now. And now the gaps are forming. SpeedForce. He's going to have a chance now at passing Gaming Things, but again, I think he's going to have to wait a few more laps to see what Gaming Things will do. Gaming Things will do 10 more laps on these tyres, as shown by his teammate, but is that going to be enough to get him to the end of the race? I very much doubt it. I think he'll make a last lap.
Chain Game's in.
A last chance stop for the Mercedes to go for the super soft tyres at the end, as Baz MK pulls alongside the Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso not wanting to give up the position for P11. And Blaz MK round the outside.
I think it's pretty much confirmed that Chain Game's doing a 1-stop. on the medium tyres.
Hegler struggling.
I'm not really sure where Blaz is going to come out of all this after everyone's pitted. Because by the looks of it, he's going to come out about P8. And see Pasley potentially in P3. Or P2 maybe.
It's interesting, all of this right now, as I'm getting a lot of stuff. Nikos was caught up in the incident between him and comes down the inside between him and Smelly Badger, who did not start the race. Well, who did start the race?
Pure driving and Laser Lord in.
Gamey
things. Both for the mediums.
Gaming things back into P2. He's enjoying that position. But I wonder if C. Pasley tyres are starting to come to him. Remember, he's had to scrub those tyres a little bit, and now the DRS is inactive.
New front wing on Laser Lord as well, which is going to cost him more time, which puts him behind Blaz.
And Heglu for a stop and go penalty for pitting now, and gaming.
A lot of people getting penalties for the pit lane.
The thing is, isn't there two lines in this pit lane? So there's one line that you have to ignore, then the second line you have to hit. I
was just looking for the little board. That's my reference point for me.
The advantage of running a racing line.
Yeah.
See Pasley advantage the Irishman as he comes towards the back of Gamey Things' car. Remember, Gamey Things in the Constructor Championship, so he's going to be another thorn in the Irishman's backside as he tries to get to this championship. Again, I still don't want to call who's going to win the championship right here. You say it's advantage C. Pasley, but anything can happen in Formula 1, and it so often does. That was your quote from Murray Walker there. Me and Mike are a little bit old enough to remember that.
Yeah. I don't think this is over yet because Ryan Van Doom is definitely going to have to pit again.
Ryan Van Doom passing Pure Driving now, and the Williams back line of stern. Ooh, that's a mistake from Pure Driving there, and now he's going to have the run. Blaz MK, I wonder if that's Pure Driving getting the call from the team saying, get out, get the hell out of the way. Here comes a championship leader.
I'll tell you what, JB.
That's pretty obvious. Look at that.
C. Pasley could win this race. He could win this race.
There comes the curse.
He's only 10 seconds behind, and he's not got a pit again. I'm crossing my fingers and touching wood as I'm doing that.
I'm sure wood is not resin, because that's most of the stuff now. All of my stuff's resin. It's a pain in my butt, so I got metal next to me as well.
And now he's sat right behind Gamey.
He does make the move. He's almost made the move, and Heglu struggling on those medium tyres. Heglu, obviously on a steering wheel, is something that is struggling to adapt to the racing game, but he only just started driving as the new game comes out in a few days' time.
Pure Driving has lost 2 positions since coming out of the pits. He's lost one to Ryan and his teammate. Well,
our dear friend T. Jonas, Season 3 champion, is jumping in and just continuing on what you were saying there, Mike, saying that C. Pasley is our net race leader right now, as both the drivers in front will not make it to the end. Ryan Van Doom gets another time penalty, as Smelly Badger dropping down a couple of positions.
Is Smelly Badger dropping down, or is he trying to attack? Has he just lost a position as a chain game, or is he trying to attack?
To be honest, I was looking and I think I
I'm
just
not
said
really paying attention.
I'm blonde as hell right now. Oh my gravy. Absolutely. See, this is what championship fight do to me. Plus, I have been informed I was a little bit too loud on the start of the race. So
where C. Pasley and Blaz are.
Baz MK, I think, is a net 6 for Sector 2, lights up with yellow flags.
Yeah.
As Ryan Van Doom's made a mistake, I think.
I think it's just tyres are starting to get a bit slippery. He's on 13-lap-old mediums.
They are not looking fun on the Alfa Romeo right now, are they?
Blaz is going to get him. Blaz is going to get him.
This is going to be a very simple move here from the Croatian. DRS is going to open, and the Williams, for once in its life, is actually going to breeze past someone. The Williams does make the move stick. Obviously, for last year, we'll see
C. Pasley and Gamey Things battling.
I wonder if C. Pasley's thought, look, I've been behind him for too long, I'm starting to destroy my tyres, it's time to make him squirm. He knows he can force Gamey Things into a mistake here. He knows he can... Hold on. Was that a damage on the front wing? No,
Before.
for Steve Pasley, I thought he was missing an end plate there on the left side, but he is not. He's being very careful. He knows right now he's in the driving seat of the championship.
There's still a long way to go as well. You don't want to just chuck it up the inside and risk it all. I know I said at the start of the race he's got nothing to lose, but at the moment he's in the pole position for the title.
Well, suddenly he has got things to lose right now, and normally it's Renault's backing for next season, even though he said that he's possibly going to be retiring. Question is, if you're going to be Steve Pasley, do you carry on? Do you say, look, I'm gonna try and carry on next season, or do you stick with your original plan of retiring?
He might get him here. I think he might get him here, JB. He's right on his gearbox.
Oh, I wouldn't go yet, personally, but, you know, being a champion in cars that don't have any grip whatsoever, I would not have gone for that move yet. I actually battled Gamey Things to take the championship there, as Buttonstone's pits. I battled Gamey Things all season long in the Classic Championship. I know how hard Gamey Things is to race with, and he is fantastic at defending. He is SFR's defending champion. Well, defending champion as in, like, he's good at making defensive moves rather than, actually being champion. That's for everyone else, because I'm just talking random words now. Dot Special Energy. Psychovic going for 20 laps on the medium tyres. Commendable effort there on the British driver as Alsan A suffers. I think Mercedes are already painting on their little trophies, saying about them having Constructors' Championships this in GP3.
I think Mercedes have got this in the bag, considering where Alsan A is not even in the points at the moment.
Here we go, Steve Pasley, round the outside onto Mercedes. And he's into P2 right now. Who's better on the brakes though? And it is last of the late breakers from the Irishman.
He's going to get DRS and a cutback. Gamey Things gets the cutback. He's going to get DRS as well, isn't he? But
Mercedes always good at traction. DRS open on the Gamey Things' car. He's got the DRS open. He's going to draw up alongside him. There's contact, a big slap from the Renault saying, "Get out of my way. I'm done looking at that Petronas sign on the back of your wing." Even though there is not one.
The question now is, JB, is when does Gamey pit?
The question now is, does Steve Pasley pull away? That's the question.
Well, Gamey's going to have to pit again anyway. There's no way he's going to make it to the end, and he needs to make a decision soon what he's going to do, whether he's going to go super soft or another set of softs.
I think he'll push the super softs and go for fastest lap. This is the battle now. Mercedes versus Renault. A battle that we haven't seen in Formula 1 in recent times, but you've got to say, historic teams going for it. Even though
Blas has lost it! He's on the grass!
God, you made me heartburn act up there.
Sorry, he lost it coming out the slow right-hander in the middle sector. Oh, that was close.
A drink. I need something stronger. Gamey Things all the time penalty. That most certainly has put the nail in his coffin at winning this race.
I think that's Blas is now going to come under attack from Ryan now. Ryan's closed up again following that little error.
Ryan Van Doom and Blas MK swap positions all season long, battling C. Pasley. And at one point, Ryan Van Doom, our favourite supervillain, was meant to be the championship leader, but he didn't make it. He had a few really bad races, which hurt him so much. Blas MK, in that time, had brilliant races. And C. Pasley, who has just been phenomenal all season long. After his announcement of retiring next season, he really has grown as a driver, trying to show what he can do, hasn't he? Yeah.
100%. Well, I mean, the top three, let's be honest, all the drivers this season have been exceptional. It's been an exceptional championship.
It truly has. GP3 showing that it's not a feeder series in SFR. It is a series that can hold its own and has had better races as Alsan A goes side by side with Dr. Special Energy. Dr. Special Energy jipping away onto the gravel, and unfortunately he's going to drop a long time back from the Renault, and now the Red Bull is going to have a chance of trying to overtake him. But this season has shown that GP3 is not just a feeder series for GP2 or the Premier Division, which will be reopening next season. It shows that these guys can race, and at times they've had better races than GP2, haven't they, Mike Fundy?
Yeah, I mean it really depends on the tracks. I think it depends on which get the classic races. It's
who get the wet races, and GP3 have had more wet races this season. They've had more wet driving.
I think they've had more wet races than in my entire F1 2018 career.
Not especially as you're dropping behind blood and sands. Not especially as your tyres start to wear a little bit more 9 laps on the super soft tyres. God, that jump really has done my heart burning.
I think Blaz is the net fifth here. Sorry,
Gaming
fifth there because Smelly Badger, it's got a challenge to make it to the end on those soft tyres.
Well, we saw that Psychomich went to the end on his tyres.
Gave me on the supers.
I said he would. 10 laps though is sketchy. We saw that 11 laps. Sorry, we saw 12 laps. Sorry, I still can't count. Laps again. But we saw that Psychomich went 20 laps on his medium tyres, but he seemed to have zero pace. Maybe the championship cyclists will have to pit again to cover themselves off as Luke Beck gets another stop-and-go penalty. As you see the Mercedes speeding back on track, he is going to have some fun as he battles with Laserlord. He is now in the driving seat.
Smelly nearly lost it there.
Flags.
Smelly Badger nearly lost it.
No, it's McLaren's Oima. Oima's off the track.
Well, he's a lap down, remember? Oh, yeah. I thought it was because he was moving out of the way. Okay.
No, he span out and crashed. Easily done, though, as Golden Crimson pits. Now we see the Irishman take on his familiar place in P1.
JB, I don't want to get you even more excited than you already are, but if Smelly Badger pits and Blaz gets 4th and C. Pasley finishes 2nd, it'll be tied.
Oh, my heart can't take this, guys. Come on.
As Crimson pits for supers.
Gamey Things destroying Ryan Van Doom with traction, and he makes it round the outside. Gamey Things now only 8 seconds, only a second amount of time.
Only 3 seconds.
He can really ruin the day.
He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him there.
This can be really hard. Dreadful race for the Gladiators. Who are you? Are you Nikos? Gladiators? I do apologise. I believe that makes sense. Gladiators Greek? No? Gladiators were Roman? Oh, I do apologise. My history, I haven't brushed up on my history in a long time. I need to play Assassin's Creed again. But Hegloof dropping down. Yes, hello Nikos, how are you? Yeah, Dreadful race. I've just seen your message in the chat there, mate. And that is Codemasters written all over it.
I think Smelly Badger just had a later start than everyone else on the lights.
Was that a lag start?
I think so, because Smelly Badger's normally pretty good when it comes to starts, so I don't think it was anything to do with him. I think it was the game. Yeah,
it seems that Gaming Things fastest man on track right now is whether he can handle this though. He has the chance at ruining Steve Pasley's day at the championship and ruining Blaz MK's day in the championship. He's out. Oh, he's lost it. That's a heavy hit. That really should be a safety car, but we won't get one. Psychomich
has left.
That's a lag out because he's got Oima right behind him. That's complete lag. Racing forward.
Fastest lap.
The Swedish man is the fastest man on track. Now, Laserlord getting closer to his teammate. Teammate in 3rd in the championship. I think he's consolidated now. I don't think he can be beaten in 3rd place, can he? As outside A passes Blood and Sands once more.
No.
These two battling all race long. As I tell you what, Golden Crimson can win this race. He's so much faster than C. Pasley right now.
Yeah, but they're on different. Remember, it's a 2-step down from what C. Pasley's on. He's on the fastest tyre, Crimson is.
Wasn't a nice race.
Ryan Van Doom.
21 laps. He seemed to struggle towards the end of his stint, so maybe the medium tyres aren't fun at the end of their stint. Sector 3, we have a yellow.
Flag. Who's that?
I don't know. I immediately go to the back of the grid, even though we're in different position now. And now the championship fights under pressure. Suddenly I turn into a supervillain because Gaming Things is getting close to the back of Blaz MK. Sector 3, yellow flag still a waving. Is that Oima?
I think it could be for Psychomich.
Psychomich yellow flag. No, it isn't because he's in sector 2 right now.
2.
And now Gaming Things will have terrific traction here in Sector 2 as he gets closer to the back of the Croatian. This will spoil his day, and he's going to have to think, okay, I've got to hope now. I think Blazem K is starting to wonder, because he's starting to make mistakes. I wonder if it's starting to hit him.
Chain Game is, not Chain Game, Golden Crimson is only 1.3 behind C. Pasley now.
Well, I'll top you because Gaming Things is 2 tenths behind Blazem K, getting closer and closer to the back of the Williams. DRS opening now as he flies up. He'll get it done even before they get to turn 1. No, he's not. Yes, he does. And Blazem K is contact. It's the aggressive move for the Croatian. And he tries to make it stick, but he doesn't. His tyres are too warm to hold it there.
He'll get DRS though.
Gaming Things going defensive. Blazem K will have the run down the outside. Ooh. This is going to be tight because the Mercedes is not going to give it up.
Oh, it's contact.
He's sped him out wide. He's sent him out very wide. Is that going to be a penalty for post-race penalty for Gaming Things? Who knows? As the stewards are going to think, I think the stewards might be a little bit busy tonight because look at the top, Golden Crimson.
Cool. And this will be Golden Crimson's first win as well if he can get past.
Yeah, he was frustrated last week that he didn't win in Silverstone, and he wants this win tonight. The man with the McDonald's helmet, as I call it. Racing Pod, good race. Currently looking at P10. And now Golden Crimson on the attack. Pulls to the outside. C. Pasley to the inside.
Is C. Pasley going to fight him, though?
C. Pasley is going to fight him. He wants to win this race. Whoa! C. Pasley dropping out a little bit wide. And now, I wonder, with 7 laps remaining, if C. Pasley's hoping that the Super tyres are...
He's coming back, he's coming back.
Aggressive move there.
Oh, he's down the inside.
He's got it wrong, though. That was a little bit aggressive there as Blazem K retakes Gaming Things in turns 1 and 2. Again, these guys are absolutely pushing like madmen on unicycles. Because I had to think of
Blazem K's got... C. Pasley's got back past. And Crimson with a 3-second time penalty.
I wonder if that's race done. With that recording, we know that French Jeff will let C. Pasley know that that he has a time penalty behind. Will C. Pasley let him go and just sit behind him?
Oh,
right now, Blazem K.
Something's just popped up on my telemetry for Golden Crimson. His fuel is flashing yellow.
So right now he has used so much fuel in this race, he might be struggling. I don't have the telemetry up on screen unless we call for it. C. Pasley does drop behind him, and now Blazem K. His major annoyance is Gaming Things, and Gaming Things in the Mercedes, often annoying Williams, is about to come around the outside. Renault to the inside. DRS open as he charges towards the line. He has the position gained.
It's chopping and changing, JV. Oh, it's C. Blazem on the grass.
Now jump straight over to C. Pasley.
Chopping and changing.
I tell you what, I don't know about you, because this is your first time doing a championship fight on here as Pirate Race Deep Session. Have you got to the point when you see someone going towards a curb, you think he's going to spin and crash? Because I get that every few seconds. The thing is, in my head fully animates what happens. So there's like a full animated thing and then a little driver in my head just running around going on fire, going... I have a weird brain. Alsan A attacking Racing Pod. I think that's gonna be moment of the season. There, me going. As Alsan pushes towards the back, I think it's slam dunk towards Mercedes for the Constructors' Championship right now. Nothing can stop the unstoppable pairing of the Dutch driver Chain Game Wow and Gaming Things, the British man who's enjoying that Mercedes drive so much more than he did in GP2. 20 laps though. I wonder
if it finishes the way it is, JB. Finishes the way it is. C. Pasley win by 2 points.
C. Pasley again. It's getting to the point now where you've got to think C. Pasley tyres are starting to get harder. They're starting to get harder to drive, and I think that he is having to just sacrifice his chance of winning.
But Blaz is in the same boat as well. Blaz is in the same position.
In fairness, the cars are equal performance. Handling, though, they handle a little bit differently. Nothing majorly different. You can chop and change the cars. But there are some little bits. Like McLaren does handle slightly differently than the Williams. I know that because I've driven them extensively myself because I don't have much more driving experience in these games other than the slow cars. And I still think that the Williams is not the best at handling or the best on its tyres. Jacob Hugh joining us. What's this, the cheeky Formula 1 stream? Yes, it is. This is the final race of the season here in GP3. Battle for the championship, and this is going to get fun. Right now, the championship is
catching. Blaz is catching Gamey again.
Is that Blaz's natural talent in that Williams, or is that his natural? Is that the fact that Gamey thinks his tires are starting to go? And Oyma is out of the session. And here, side by side, Laserlord dropping a position to Smelly Badger as he tries to defend, and Laserlord cannot get enough power in.
Remembering, Gold and Crimson also has a 3-second time penalty. I'm not sure. I haven't seen C. Pasley get a penalty yet.
Nor have I. My eyes have been glued to the bottom left of my screen. I really hope that next season we get that little +3 time there. That would be very helpful for us commentators, very helpful for the F1 esports events when they eventually do bring the back. Who's looking the best right now? The battle is going C. Pasley's way by 2 points. If the race finished right now, he would win the championship. The Irishman in the Renault. My moderators will keep you informed, as I cannot keep looking at the chat, as I have to talk to Mike Bundy because he's sat next to me and he's getting annoyed.
I'm just checking. I'm looking through the race director right now at penalties. See who's got penalties and who hasn't.
See, I subconsciously play with my beard when I do commentary. I'm sat there. He's oohing. I don't like it when he oos because that's the same noise he makes when he crashes.
Okay.
Mike Bundy.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this could be.
Come on.
This.
Fill it in.
Gamey has a 3-second time penalty, and Blaz doesn't. So Blaz could be 4, and it could be tied. If C. Pasley can stay within 3 seconds of Gold and Crimson, C. Pasley will finish first, it will give him the title.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. I don't like this, guys. You're trying to kill me. GP2 did it last season. They were very close to being successful. Honestly. My first week of being 20 years old and I'm almost dying. And now, BlazMK drops within a second, though, of gaming things. On countback, BlazMK will win the championship, though.
Well, Gamey is in no ERS mode. He's got no ERS. He's not using any ERS. Oh, no, he's just bumped up to 3. There you go. Okay, he was obviously saving.
Blood and Sands attacking outside 8, yes. And T. John's jumping in right. On countback, BlazMK would win on second places.
Yeah. That's why last week's first place at Silverstone was so crucial for Blaz.
This is Hamilton and Massa all over again, and we don't know who's going to win now as we head towards the penultimate lap of the race. It's looking to be BlazMK now.
There's only a 10th between Gold and Crimson. Oh no, it's gone over 3 seconds from C. Pasley. That was under 3 seconds. Oh,
this is seesaw. I can't do this, man. Not again.
Are we going to have a Glock moment?
Oh, this can't be. Why do you guys do this to me? Every season I do this now. Blood and Sand trying to get around the outside. He's hit the gravel. He is half span, and the Red Bull catches the rear end. Oh my! I'm going to be sick. This is going to happen again.
Fair play to BlazMK though. He's on 22 lap old medium tyres, and he's able to keep up with Gamey on super softs.
Is that Gamey thinks tyres giving up more?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you'd think the mediums after 22 laps would be like...
C. Pasley!
Oh, C. Pasley with a penalty! Oh no!
He's done the championship done! We are sat here in stunned silence as C. Pasley's pushing on, and I think as the last lap of the Grand Prix, it might have got away!
That must have been turn 2.
Utter despair for the Irishman as he sits there, he knows!
Blaz is doing everything he needs to. He's just sat on Gamey's rear wing, literally glued to it.
Unless there's a late accident for one of the for BlazMK.
Oh, Blaz has got red flashing fuel light.
I very much doubt that'll come into effect. I think they all have it now.
You never know.
Gold and Crimson, no, for the first time in GP3 and for the final time in Season 4, comes up for the final corner. Finally, Gold and Crimson is going to win a race in GP3. He's weaving, he's whirring, and he wins in Brazil. C. Pasley is going to finish in second. He did all he could. He doesn't know what's going to happen. Chain Game Wow coming up to the back of it. He's going to finish on the podium. The Dutch driver happily.
Here we go.
Slow.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your GP3 champion, Blaz MK, crosses the line!
Blaz MK,
third place, your GP3 champion for the first time in Croatia. Blaz MK is our champion this season. Well, at least I'm saying it. I think we'll see. We'll see it on countback.
Yeah.
To all be sure.
3 points. 3 points, mate. He ended up jumping chain game as well.
The horrible fact is that we have to hear for both of them at the end of this race. Emotions are going to be high and words are going to be said. But what a season. That's it. I don't think we'll be seeing C. Pasley.
What a race that was.
The Croatian wins our first ever GP3 champion and is from Croatia. Congratulations, Blaz MK!
Oh, I've just realised why Gamey was so slow. He had front wing damage.
Oh. What was that done on the outlap? So, commiserations, but nonetheless, Golden Crimson finally wins. And I think C. Pasley in P2, he's going to have a Vettel moment there. He's going to go, right, I've done the podium, bye. And Blaz MK showing the champagne, he'll be having that. And I think we'll be only having one word for him. I think we'll only be talking to him. What an immense season. And it culminates by 3 points, barring any stewards' inquiries. I don't think the stewards' inquiries will be able to impact it anyway, because barring any stewards' investigations from P1, Golden Crimson wins the race from C. Pasley in P2, and Blaz MK, the champion, is in P3. Chain Gang Wow is in P4, Gaming Things is in P5, Smelly Badger is in P6, Lazy Lord is in P7, Pure Driving is in P8, good start for the debutante, and Ryan Van Doom is in P9, Racing Pod is in P10. Outside of the points, Blood and Sand in P11, Alsan A in P12, Luke Beck in P13, Headroof in P14. Psychomich did not complete the race, so here are the non-finishers: Psychomich, Oyama, Dodge Special Energy, Primeval Rex, GA and Nikos did not make it, as Nikos got black flagged for a frankly silly reason. But still, I think we might have to have a word with Blaz MK. What's this? How are we in GP2 gonna make the race look good? Yeah, GP2, you have to send off season 4 with a bang. You got to beat these guys now, haven't you, Mike? You got to beat the championship fight that happened here. But do you want to announce it? The fact that Mercedes have just done what they needed to do.
Yeah, they've won the constructors by 29 points.
A fair point. So I don't think I think by leaving the session, I think that was sort of a word from Sibazzi saying that he doesn't want to talk. We will invite Blaz MK to the interview. He's in a party right now, so I don't think we can invite him. Just wants us to join him. So we will. I will invite him the other way, the traditional way. Sibazzi actually saying congratulations. Oh, he is asking for an invite. So we will have Pasley in here. I keep forgetting that I'm using the wrong system there. I've changed around my my settings on here, so there's certain bits that have moved, and I'm not used to it yet. Blaz MK, where is he? Pasley? I have Golden Crimson, so we can invite him. I don't think Golden Crimson has a microphone though. So, Mike, if you could do me a favour, just open up the party list so you can see what who joins and all that.
Okay. I've got into the chat.
I do myself.
Right. Let's have a look.
So we will wait and see. But what a phenomenal race. And right down to the marker. You tried to kill me again, SFR. Honestly. I've been doing commentary for you since season 2. And you're still trying to kill me. What a phenomenal season. This season.
I think we need to put a complaint in to Lee now. We need a defibrillator in the box. Combox, please.
One, man. I tell you what, right? What is it? It's this season on the 2018 game. It hasn't been the most stable game, but I tell you what, it has given us. Thank you. It has given us the most phenomenal championship ends, which have both tried to kill me. Mike Bundy luckily giving me a nice favour with winning with one race to spare. Oh, 3 champions in a box now. But unfortunately, it's the Croatia that we have to wait and see. Yeah, the announcement will come.
Just rub salt in C. Pasley wounds.
I think there's still going to be some words. I will chat to him now. C. Pasley, you did a commendable effort. You did everything you needed to do, but it just didn't come. I'm so sorry, man.
That's alright.
See, I wouldn't have turned up to the interview, but you know, I think the stewards are going to start handing out penalties if you don't hashtag Sebastian Vettel. So, just a word in this season before we talk about this race. How has this season been for you, C. Pasley?
Rough start and good from race 4 onwards. Just kept it going.
I do want to word with Blaz MK. Where is he? We need the champion in here. Where is he? He will join eventually, hopefully. I have just messaged him on PlayStation to see if he can join.
It's making us wait.
he might be cheering out in the fan area.
Toasting the champagne.
He's there hugging Williams. Williams winning the championship. I think the first time they've won the championship since around season 1 with where they won the constructors with Lee Nell and Josh Fletcher. I believe that was them. Golden Crimson saying he's going to get a mic for next season, and he says sorry. That's absolutely fine, Golden Crimson. Well, we sat here. It's his full like Silverstone when Hamilton won. He just disappeared from the interviews.
Oh.
I'll see if I can find him on my list again to message. Where is Blaz MK? If I can get one of my moderators as well to message him, just to ask him again nicely if he could jump in here. But what a season, nonetheless. I think there's a lot of questions right now. People are saying, one second.
Here he is.
Is he in here? He is here.
Yeah.
Blaz MK. Now, you finished in 3rd place in that race, but it wasn't hard fought. Mate, you have won this championship. You are the first GP3 champion. How does that feel?
It feels fantastic because on the first lap, someone forgot how to start, and then I lost 3-4 positions, and then I need to come back, and then I broke my wing, and I didn't want to pit because I would lose too much time, and I stay on track. On the last lap, I controlled the gap because I know the game had a time penalty, and I was sitting behind less than 3 seconds, and that's.
You battled hard. You missed a few rounds this season, though. But did that ever knock your confidence, or did you know that you were going to come back and give us such a phenomenal race?
You know, it was a hard race. It wasn't easy race. Pasley was fast, Crimson was fast, and all drivers was fast. And in qualification, you can see then that from I think P5 to P10 was only 1/10 gap, and that was absolutely amazing.
Any word on this season? Have you enjoyed GP3, and are you enjoying having the first GP3 champion title under your belt?
Yeah, I enjoyed. I met a lot of new guys, new fast drivers, and I'm looking forward to this for the next season, and hope to win the title too.
So next season, to ask a completely random question, will you be sticking with Williams? Are they going to try and retain you as your champion, or are they going to?
Absolutely yes.
You stay with Williams, so that is that confirmed?
Yes, Williams is the best car.
I like him more and more. So that was the season 4 GP3 champion. Well, actually, the season 1 GP3 champion. Maybe I should change that. I don't know. But Mike Bundy, any words for Blaz MK?
Just a congratulations. Congratulations on a great season. An intense final race.
It's absolutely fantastic season.
All right, so we had a brief word with Steve Pasley before the interviews officially started. But Steve Pasley, you did everything you could, and you've lost by 3 points. Well, you finished in second at the championship in 3 points. I knew you when you first started racing in SFR. Did you ever dream of even battling for the championship?
No, not at all. I used to be that guy who only had the game for 2 months and never finishing races. So I'm happy to take the second, as much as it hurts.
Well, it can't hurt more than when Ireland lost the Six Nations. But had to get that one in. Had to get that one in. Now, is there still questionality about whether you will be returning to season 5, or have you made a deal with Renault that your time is up in SFR? See, Pasley.
It hasn't been decided yet.
So, potentially, I've been bigging you up all season as the guy that's potentially leaving, and now is undecided. Oh, the abuse. But will you be staying with Renault next season, or is there another team that will potentially be wanting to grab you up?
Hopefully Renault.
So no McLaren drive for C Pasley then. Lee now has actually jumped in and said, join the runners-up club. So you two, I think you two right now are the greatest runners-up in SFR history. And I think that deserves a clap of their own, I think, You just did fantastic all season long. Congratulations, though, on finishing second place in this race. It looked like you should have won that race if you hadn't got that penalty at the end.
I don't know, because Crimson was really fast, and I think he would have kept it over the 3-second mark. My tires weren't surviving.
Before I let Bundy have a question to you, question to both of you. We'll start with Pasley and you, Blaz MK, afterwards. Will either one of you try and steal up a GP2 drive tomorrow and see if you can have a non-official end to the season between you two?
If there's a seat available.
For tomorrow race?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could race, but I will try to race tomorrow and to beat Pasley.
If there's any seats that are available, we will see what happens. Mike Bundy, any questions for the Irishman?
Yeah, congratulations on a great season. Shame about, obviously, I won't mention it too much about the title. Did you think, going into the final stint, the final couple of laps, that you could keep within Crimson's 3-second window?
Well, I wasn't really sure at the start of the second stint how far ahead he was, because I was behind Gamey as well, obviously, when he overtook me. So I was just trying to heat up the tires, and then finally managed to overtake Gamey. And then, obviously, when he pit, he had super softs, which are much faster than my mediums. So I kind of knew that he was going to overtake me.
Did it down your spirits when you got that 3-second time penalty right at the end?
Oh yeah, it was all over when I got that penalty. Because I knew even if he got another penalty, I wouldn't have been within 3 seconds.
I do feel for you, man. I feel sorry for you. I feel for you.
It's always hard for
especially as
myself.
It was the last few laps.
Yeah, but it's also you got to feel for me and Mike here in this situation. We have both of you guys in the commentary booth with us, and we don't want to lay it on too thick with Blaz because he is champion, but we don't want to lay it on too thick that Pasley, you just lost at the final hurdle, which isn't a bad thing,
Humble in defeat, humble in victory, humble in defeat.
That's the thing, see Pasley. I really expected you to come in here a little bit more downtrodden, but nonetheless, you are a fantastic driver, and SFR wants you next season. That's what I'm saying. Blaz and K, again, we want you next season. We want you two fighting again next season, and we want you to go for the double, Blaz and K, and we want you, Pasley, to beat him this time.
Yeah, no, if you want.
My season as a motivational speaker is coming towards an end. We'll let you two go off and have a drink. I think you both need one, to be honest. Not too much Baz MK, not too little C. Pasley. Well, Mike Bundy, what a phenomenal season. You followed GP3 all the way through, even when you weren't involved with the admin team as you are now. You've enjoyed this as a fan and then as an organizer of SFR, haven't you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when the championship first started, it was obviously looking like it was going to be a very competitive championship, and it's proved that way, going down to the wire in both championships.
So yes, but SFR is not done. Tomorrow night we have the final race of Season 4 for SFR, and we're going to launch into it with Mike Bundy, already champion in the Drivers' Championship. He's now got to go and try and do the double for the Mercedes crew and see if they can win both Constructors' Championships in both divisions. This is going to get really fun. But there is one more announcement I have to make. Me and Primary Rex have been working hard behind the scenes, and we will be bringing you a live stream on either Thursday or Friday night this week, covering the entire season of SFR from Australia to Brazil, and we will be talking about both GP2 and GP3. Please come and join us and have a chat. We will be opening the chat. We'll be still talking to people. Mike Bundy, are you going to look at our little season review?
Yeah, if I'm invited, I'll come along.
And we will see what happens. But that will be on either Thursday night or Friday night. Me and Alex have been working tirelessly. Well, Alex more than me. And this is a way of giving back to all of you drivers in SFR who have made the season absolutely fantastic. Drivers like C. Pasley and Blaz and K, Mike Bundy, Lionel, everyone who have done their best to make Season 4 fantastic. But one more time, though, and that's tomorrow night with GP2. Make sure you come and join us to see who will win the championship between Toro Rosso and Mercedes. Mike Bundy, which squad are you in? Stupid question, I know, but still.
Mercedes, all the way. Come on, Mercedes.
I did keep that quietly. I'm sorry, man. I do tend to keep things secret. If you want to know what happens with GP2, join us tomorrow night. And if you want to know what happens with GP3, well, you're going to have to wait a little bit. We'll see you in 2019 for the GP3 Championships. Have a very nice time. I will see you next time. Thank you to everyone who joined me this season. GP3 is done for now. Ta-ra, guys.